Do you think it's important to ensure that women have easy access to reproductive health care? In the US, one of the most controversial topics of conversation is the topic of Planned Parenthood and whether it should still be around today. According to Business Insider, last year alone, governors in the states of Missouri, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Georgia signed into law some of the strictest abortion bans in the country. While Planned Parenthood is not just about abortions, these laws would ultimately call for Planned Parenthood to end. As a young woman myself, I understand the need for ease of access for reproductive health care and believe it's imperative that Planned Parenthood remains a place for women to go. In order to be more educated on what stance to take regarding this controversial topic, let's discuss the myths behind Planned Parenthood, the actual services that are provided, and the number of people who actually need Planned Parenthood. So let's debunk some myths regarding Planned Parenthood. While many are still under the impression that Planned Parenthood is simply a hub for abortions, that's simply not true. According to a report on CNN Health, abortions make up only 3% of Planned Parenthood services. While some leaders have been noted saying that abortions make up about 94%, this has been proven to be untrue. The statements by these leaders take into account pregnancy services, but left out what all that entails. These services include pregnancy tests, prenatal care, and so much more, which revealed the correct percentage of 3% of the facility services being abortions. Now that we've helped debunk that, let's discuss what Planned Parenthood actually provides. As seen here, they provide a wide number of services outside of abortion services. According to PlannedParenthood.org, they provide general health care services, birth control services, HIV services, LGBTQ plus services, and so much more. Thanks to their contraceptive services, over 500,000 unintended pregnancies were averted, and over 200,000 abortions were averted. Thanks to their sex education services and contraceptive services, they were able to lower the number of unintended pregnancies and abortions. This is one of the main reasons why this is so important. Without these resources, the number of unintended pregnancies will rise, and women who wish to end them will perform unsafe abortions. Not only will this cause a rise in unsafe practices, but the lack of health resources for those who need them will cause a rise in unattended cancers, since individuals will not have access to those screenings. It'll also cause those with health issues such as polycystic ovarian syndrome and endometriosis to live in constant pain by not having something that they need. Something as simple as birth control can change their lives. Now that we know more about the services that they provide, let's discuss some statistics on the number of people who use their services. According to PlannedParenthood.org, by the numbers, around 5 million men, women, and young individuals use Planned Parenthood services each year. Of these, there are 78% that are living at 150% at or below 150% of the federal poverty level. These individuals would have a much harder time getting health care if not for Planned Parenthood, especially reproductive health care. With over 61 million women in the US of reproductive age, which is between 14 and 44, there are 70% that are at risk of unintended pregnancies, according to Guttmacher Institute. These staggering numbers alone show why Planned Parenthood is so important. Without the assistance of Planned Parenthood, those who are living below the poverty level will have major issues getting the health care that they need, and those who fell into the 70% could be stripped of the resources necessary to either safely continue or safely end their pregnancies. From the myths to the truth of their services, to the number of individuals who use said services, it's no surprise why I feel so passionately about keeping Planned Parenthood around. So next time you think about questioning Planned Parenthood and whether it's right or wrong, remember it provides so much more than just abortive services. And you may be surprised. You could be friends with somebody or even related to somebody who has used or is currently using their services.